Oh my, there's ducks too, and little ducklings, oh my god! Hey guys, Desotroya here, and we just got hit with patch 15.0.0 only a few minutes ago, and look at this Nexus, it looks so amazing. Holy crap, look at the waves, oh my god! It's so awesome. In this video we'll be doing a bit of a rundown on the patch notes and seeing what's different. Okay, so before we get into the notes, just a quick reminder, make sure to feed any skin that you're not planning on using, as the feed power will be going down. I guess it does make sense that they're doing that, since 5,000 feed for some pet stones, that's pretty insane. It's an ambrosia, and that's not the intended purpose of the pet stones, so yeah. The mini Sphinx pet stone has been added to the game, which drops from the Sphinx, what else? And if you haven't seen it before, here it is. It looks pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself. Oh, look at the little cows, oh my god! Another new pet skin is the mini crystal steed, which drops from the crystal prisoner, and I also think it looks pretty cool. Just like one of the little steeds or horses that the crystal prisoner has circling it. Pretty damn cool. By the way guys, make sure to check out this bottom right corner of the Nexus. It's got this sick forest area. You can just explore it for ages. Look at this. I recommend bringing a trickster. I won't go too much into the bug fixes, but a notable one was using abilities while stunned sometimes disconnected you, and that's been fixed apparently, so that's great. This would often happen in tombs at the Sarks. The patch notes say that opening the secret room now makes a sound effect, and I have not tried this out yet. I'm very excited, so this will be sort of a live reaction. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like a trap from the Undead Lair. That's pretty damn cool. As you guys can see, the sprite world has its stars back. Some of you who haven't been playing too long may have not known that this is what sprite worlds looked like back in the day, so I don't actually know why they removed it. Don't remember at all. Now it's back and it's looking awesome. By the way, if you have hardware acceleration on, you will not see the stars. As you can see, another small change added to the game is that items now show their cooldown. There you can see at the very bottom, cooldown 6.5 seconds, so that's useful I guess for newer players who are still getting used to items and what they do. Look at the little chickens, oh my god, the cheekies! Oh! Now, the Sorcerer and the Priest have had quite a lot of changes, both to their weapons, the wand, and direct changes. The Sorcerer's max attack went from 60 to 70, as well as his base damage going from 10 to 12. If you're struggling to understand the scepter changes, all you have to know is that overall they do more damage. Now they have a wisdom scaling. Every 10 points of wisdom will add an additional target that the scepter can hit. Damage will decrease for each subsequent target hit, so the initial target will take the brunt of the attack. To give you an idea of the scepter buff damage, the Scepter of Fulmination used to do 180 damage and now it does 220, so 40 extra damage. That is quite nice. It gets even better because the tier 6 scepter, the Scepter of Storms, now does 300 damage, which is 100 more damage than it used to do. Now you might see sorcerers having both the Fulmi and Scepter of Storms as a swap out, since it does significantly more damage than the UT. Now, another buff to both Sorcerer and Priest is wand damage is going up, and for every single wand. Oh my gosh, it's pretty crazy actually. Now you will be able to get more reliable soulbound damage, whether it's on chests or dungeons or events. It's going to be great. Now, aside from a damage increase, they also have faster projectiles, without affecting the range of course. Bulwark now hits multiple enemies. Traps for the Huntress, finally it's getting the buff it deserves. Traps now have lower MP costs, attack bonus for higher tiers, throwing traps is faster now, so there's quicker animation, and traps last 20 seconds instead of 30 seconds, so I guess that's a bit of a payoff, but it's still definitely a buff. The Coral Venom Trap had a feat power of 500, which is now 700, so that's actually pretty decent. And a higher fame bonus of 1%. The Ghost Ship has been buffed a bit. Instead of 42,000 HP, it now has 66,000 HP, so you have more time to get in your soulbound damage. I think this is quite a good change, as it could be steamrolled pretty easily. It is also immune now to stuns and paralyze, and this is all relevant because it now drops a white bag, a new trap called the Trap of the Vile Spirit, a long-lost artifact recovered by Davy Jones, believed to have been cursed by the gods of the Seven Seas themselves. Ooh, sounds epic. It does 650 damage, has a 90 mana cost, stat bonuses of 20 health, 3 attack, and 3 speed. Wow, this trap sounds amazing. Now the trade-off is that it has a radius of only 3 tiles, give you something to compare it to. The T6 Giant Catcher Trap has a radius of 6.5 tiles. But it does so much more damage. It does 650 damage, as I said, and has a feat power of 900. So it's less of a zone control trap and more of a damage trap. This is quite nice because it could give the Huntress a damage edge over the Archer, as the Archer doesn't really have a quiver that is just for damage. The stat bonuses are very nice too. 20 health, 3 attack, 3 speed, much appreciated. Now the Oryx castle has actually been buffed. The destructible walls have 9,000 HP instead of 3,000, which is 3 times the amount of HP. There are also new walls called fortified destructible walls, which appear at the bridge near the end of the castle, and they have 24,000 HP. This means that rushes will have to take longer. It probably won't change the amount of people who make it to Stone Guardians, as everyone will have to go through the same amount of trouble. The living floor quiet bombs, you know, the little eyeballs on the ground, also got a few changes. They're not too noticeable. There's 15 projectiles instead of 18. The projectile speed went from 50 to 40, and the damage went from 10 to 20 to 20. Now here's a noticeable change to the Stone Guardians. They now have 80,000 health instead of 60,000, and have a lowered defense of 80 instead of 100. This is intended so that more classes can do soulbound damage and have a chance at getting the ASS from the Stone Guardians, such as Wizard, Priest, Sorcerer. Puppet theaters, in my opinion, have been in a bit of an unusual place. It's not quite worth running to get the attack, as it's not even guaranteed, especially with multiple people. But now the Puppet Master has a lot less health. It went from 110,000 to 70,000. The false puppets also activate sooner, meaning you can complete the dungeon quicker. And all the little puppets throughout the dungeon have less health, meaning that if you're a class that can't rush and can only clear, you can do it a lot quicker. Necromancer has been unchanged as of now, but they have announced that they will be changing skulls, so hopefully Necromancer will be getting the buff it so deserves. Thank you for watching this patch rundown, and I'll see you in the next video.